Good morning to all of you, and we are beginning today's class from page 17, sampling and non-sampling errors of the second chapter in statistics of collection of data. So look into your books on page 17, sampling errors. A population consisting of relative values has two important characteristics which are of relevance here. First, the central tendency which may be measured by the mean and the median or the mode. Second, dispersion which can be measured by calculating the standard deviation, mean deviation, range, etc. The purpose of the sample is to get one or more estimate of the population parameters. Sampling errors refers to the difference between the sample estimate and the corresponding population parameter, which is the actual value of the characteristic of the population, for example, an average income, etc. Thus, the difference between actual value of a parameter of the population and its estimate from the sample is the sampling error. Please underline that for you. The difference between the actual value of a parameter of the population and its estimate is called sampling error. It is possible to reduce the magnitude. Magnitude means the size of the sampling error by taking a larger sample. For example, let us consider a case of income of 5 farmers of Manipur. The variable X, which is the income of farmers, has measurements of 500, 550, 600, 650 and 700. We note that the population average of all these figures, that is 500 plus 550 plus 600 plus 650 plus 700 divided by 5 will give you an answer of 6. This is the actual value. Now suppose we select a sample of only 2 individuals, where X has a measurement of 500 and 600. The simple or the sample average would be 500 plus 600, which is 1100, divided by 2, you will get 550. So here the sampling error would be what? The estimate, the error of the estimate, that is equal to 600, which is the true value, minus the estimated value 550. So what is the sampling error here? 50. So the difference between the actual and the difference between the actual value of parameter and its estimate is called sampling errors. So when we have 5, all those figures total up to be 3000 divided by 5, the actual value was 600. Now suppose we said we only take 2 figures, 500 and 600. It total up to be 1100 divided by 2, then the average, how much is it? 550. Now what is the error over here? Sampling error. 600 is the real actual minus the estimated minus 550. You will get the answer of 50, which is the sampling error. Non-sampling error. Non-sampling errors are more serious than the sampling errors because the sampling error can be minimized by taking a larger sample. It is difficult to minimize non-sampling errors even by taking a large sample. Even a census can contain non-sampling errors. Some of the non-sampling errors are the sampling bias. Sampling bias occurs when the sampling plan is such that some members of the target population would not possibly be included in the sample. And non-response errors occurs if reviewer is unable to contact a person listed in the sample or a person from the sample refuses to respond. In this case, the sample observation may not be representative. The errors in data acquisition. This type of error arises from recording of the incorrect responses. Suppose the teacher asks the students to measure the length of the teacher's table in the class. The measurement by the students may differ. The differences may occur due to the differences in the measuring tape or because of the carelessness of the students, etc. Similarly, suppose we want to collect data on the prices of oranges. We know that the prices vary from shop to shop and from market to market. Prices also vary according to the quality. Therefore, we can only consider the average prices. Recording mistakes can also take place as the enumerators or the respondents may commit errors in recording or transcripting the data. For example, he or she may record 13 instead of 31. That's the type of error. So, Census of India and NSSO. There are some agencies, both at the national and state level, to collect, process, and calculate statistical data. Some of the agencies at the national level are the Census of India, the National Sample Survey (NSS), Central Statistics Office (CSO), Registrar General of India (RGI), Directorate General of Commercial Intelligence and Statistics (DGCIS), Labour Bureau, etc. The Census of India provides the most complete and continuous demographic record of population. The census is being regularly conducted every 10 years since 1881. The first census after independence was conducted in the year 1951, and the census officials collect information on various aspects of population such as the size, density, the sex ratio, literacy, migration, rural-urban distribution, etc. Census data is interpreted and analyzed to understand any economic and social issues in India. The NSS was established by the Government of India to conduct nationwide surveys on socio-economic issues. The NSS does continuous surveys in successive rounds. The data collected by NSS are released through reports and its quarterly journal Sarvekshana. NSS provides periodic estimates of literacy, school enrollment, utilization of educational services, employment, unemployment, manufacturing and service sectors, enterprises, mobility, maternity, child care, utilization of the public distribution system, etc. The NSS 60th round survey from January to June 2004 was on mobility and healthcare. The NSS 68th round survey was on consumer expenditure. The NSS also collects details of industrial activities and the retail prices for various goods. They are used by the Government of India for their planning purposes. To conclude the chapter, the economic facts expressed in terms of numbers are called data. The purpose of data collection is to understand, explain, and analyze a problem and causes behind it. Primary data is obtained by conducting a survey. Survey includes various steps which need to be planned carefully. There are various agencies which collect, process, tabulate, and publish statistical data. These are used as secondary data, and however, the choice of source of data and the mode of data collection depends on the objectivity of the study. Now, take a copy and we will discuss the questions and you will write down the answers. The first question, frame at least 4 appropriate multiple choice options for the following questions. First one, which of the following is the most important when you buy a new dress? Your options could be A, price, B, fashion, C, a brand, D, quality. Second, how often do you use the computer? Multiple choice could be every day, A, B, every alternate day, C, every week, D would be every month. These are the multiple options you could give. Besides this, if you have your own, you can also give no problem. Third, which of the newspapers do you read regularly? It could be A, Hindustan Times, B, Times of India, C, Dainik Bhaskar, D, the Tribune, or any other newspaper name you want to have. Fourth, is rise in the price of petrol justified? Options could be A, no. Anand Sharma, please move yourself. No. Second option could be yes. C could be cannot say. The fourth could be no comments. Next, what is the monthly income of your family? Options could be start from down. A, rupees 10,000 to 18,000. B, 20,000 to 30,000. C, 50,000 to 80,000. Or D, about 80,000. Okay, next question. Frame 5 two-way questions with a yes or no. Frame 5 two-way questions with a yes or a no. First question would be, are there many types of data? This can be answered with a yes or a no. First question. Second question could be, is direct personal investigation better than indirect oral investigation? in terms of accuracy? That could be your second question. Third would be, are published data a source of secondary data? Are published data a source of secondary data? The fourth question would be, are primary data different from secondary data? And the fifth question would be, does investigator use statistical tools to conduct investigations? Does investigator use statistical tools to conduct investigations? So these will be your 5 questions which we asked of you. Third question. State true or false. There are many sources of data. True. Telephone survey is the most simple method of collecting data when the population is controlled and spread over a large area. True. Data collected by investigator is called secondary data. False. Primary data. There is a certain bias involved in the non-random selection of samples. True. Non-sampling errors can be minimized by taking large samples. Non-sampling errors. True. Fourth question. What do you think about the following questions? Do you find any problems with these questions? If yes, how? What are these questions? How far do you live from the closest market? If plastic bags are only 5% of our value, should it be banned? Wouldn't you be opposed to increase the price of petrol? Do you agree with the use of chemical fertilizers? Do you use fertilizers in your field? What is the yield per hectare in your field? So what do you think is wrong with these questions? What do you think is wrong? The problem with these questions is that these are open-ended questions. Right now, these are open-ended questions where the answers would vary from person to person. Number one, they are open-ended questions and their answers would vary from person to person. Now, as there would be a lot of variations for the answers, we would then have to select our universe to solve these questions. Select our universe means from whom all should we ask these questions? A group of 10 people, 20 people, locality, household, who? So since they are open-ended questions, many people will give different answers. So it is not easy. The answer will vary from person to person. And because of these variations, it would be very necessary, first of all, to select our universe. From whom do we ask these questions? Then, fifth question. You want to do a research on the popularity of vegetable ornamentals among children. Design a simple questionnaire from the webpage gets information. Now remember, the questionnaire should be well planned and well designed. So what are the things you could ask in a questionnaire? Number one, you could ask the name, write down the name. Then you could ask for the age. Then the permanent address, name, age, permanent address. What else can you ask? The number of children in the family. Remember, you are doing a survey for vegetable atta noodles, whether they are popular or not popular. This is a survey you are conducting. So naturally, you would like to know the number of children